Now I'm pumping out videos, maybe once or twice a week, and nobody's watching these videos. I was getting maybe, a couple of views per video if I was even lucky. It's a tough crowd, that's for sure. And I just kept at it. I was having to work during this time as well, working the worst type of jobs, working first for a pizza place that was paying me like $7.50 an hour. My manager was like 17 years old one day, and I was getting like 8 hours a week. I'll never forget this. I was working 2 4-hour shifts per week. I didn't last 2 weeks at this job. And I came to work one day and he told me that, I had to go home and shave. I didn't even have a ride. I'm walking to this place. So I told this guy he could take this job, and I don't want the job. I've been hearing that I need to shave for 7 years. So I wasn't trying to hear this from some 17-year-old kid. And I was scared quitting this job because I thought to myself, here I go. This is the first step in the wrong direction. But I didn't go that route. I was also working at a temp service during this time, which was giving me a little bit of better work, sporadic work, nothing constant. And I went to work one day, working all sorts of different jobs, holding up a sign, being a flagger, stopping and directing traffic, working at a laundry facility that was probably one of the worst jobs there. And I was making about $50 a day doing this. And I'll never forget, one day I went and I got my check, and my check was like for $25. I was like, what is this? They were garnishing my wages now. So it was almost like one hit after another. And this is something that I see guys who deal with coming home. I dealt with this. I see other guys who have dealt with this. And if I could tell you guys one thing off tops, you're going to have these ideas of coming home and things that you want to do. And it sounds good where you are right now, but when you get home, you're going to see it's going to be a lot harder than you might think that it is. Or maybe you do realize that it's not going to be an easy thing to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do. It is definitely going to be an uphill challenge. And you are definitely going to take knocks along that route trying to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do. But you cannot give up. I had a 17-year-old manager who was telling me to shave like a guard. I was out of there. I was getting my wages garnished, making $50 a day at a temp service. But what could I do? $25 a day? I mean, really, you can't survive on this type of money.
Joe, one of the lessons in our course, and I don't know if you've actually seen it, but we call our program the Straight A Guide. And when I listen to you, I really hear you sharing the same things that we are teaching in this course. And that's why you're such a valuable resource for me personally, and I thank you for that, but also for the people that I'm trying to reach, because we're reaching people in high security penitentiaries, medium security prisons, low security prisons, county jails. Today I interviewed people in Mecklenburg jail and talked about you, guys that are facing life without parole, guys that are facing 20 plus years, and I was telling them about you. And I told them I was going to be bringing your story in. So I want to be upfront and clear about that. I've already been talking about you. But now I kind of want to also be like a teacher. We are prison professors. So I want to tell you what I learned in what you just told us. So if you're in the jail, stand back and listen to what I learned. If I were still in prison, this is what I just learned from Joe. And it coincides with the course. First, you have to define success. He went to prison the second time and he said, this time I'm going to make something of my life. I don't like it here. I hate it here. But he's not the kind of guy that just talked about it and complained about it. He perfected his art. He said he later picked up new skills and became a writer. He said that he reached out and found a network that would help him publish his things. So he was transcending. And then he stayed aware of the world. And he learned about this concept, YouTube, right? That didn't exist. When I went to prison, there was no cell phone, no internet, much less a YouTube. The guys who started YouTube were probably in junior high when I went to jail. Joe's the same thing. He was in prison. He learned about it by reading about it, but then he decided to do something about it. And it all started with mindset. It all started with being positive, with saying, I don't like it here, but I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to do something about it. And then when he came home, look at the methodical steps that he took. Minimum wage jobs, facing employers that don't respect him as a human being or as a man. You know, it's the same thing that we see so much of in society right now. People are not being respected. And when they're not respected, they don't respond well. But if we see hope, I think we get stronger. I got stronger. I would have gotten stronger by Joe. And I'm going to ask him some more about this, but I definitely want you to listen to what he is saying so that I'm not, you know, just the one guy that made it happen, because I'm not. I am a student today of Joe Guerrero, and you should be also. That doesn't mean you're going to be a YouTube star. It may mean that you're the best concrete manager in the country. It may mean that you do great on a pizza job. I don't know how you define success, but just listen and learn, as I am doing, from Joe Guerrero of the After Prison Show.